Okay, folks, what I'm going to show you is that I got another camera plugged in, okay, back of the car. This thing almost overheated yesterday. The car was kind of cool, but I don't know if the battery's getting warm or whatever. But I got the ZV-E10, you know, the bigger brother to this. And what I'm going to do is put it on Aperture Priority like I've done before, okay? And we'll see what happens. I don't think I ever tried it in Aperture. Well, I have tried it in Aperture Priority, but not like what I did yesterday. So anyway, this is just a quick intro of what I'm doing. Okay, folks. Let's see, I can see my voice. It's pretty level. This is a 24mm G lens, full frame, f2.8 aperture. I'm recording in Aperture Priority, like I did with the ZV-E10 yesterday. Okay, the reason why is because it almost overheated. You know, I get the warning sign where the screen gets dim, and then I realize, wait a minute, something's going on. So let me check it out. Let me close the garage door and see if I can replicate it in a different camera, which I'm doing right now. So I'm going to go and pick up my mail again. And so this is a good lens. This is almost like what I had yesterday, okay? It is at f2.8 all the way on this lens. I can change the aperture on the lens if I wanted to, but I'm not. I see a lot of cars out, so that's a bad sign. Because usually at this time, you don't see that many. So I'm going into the sun. This should handle the sun a lot better. Now it's telling me to do the exposure compensation. See, it's at 1,004 or 1/4,000th of a shutter speed right now. So I do the exposure compensation. Let's go down. I'm going to go down all the way. Still didn't do anything, but it looks better, I think. Now, with the ZV-E10, I don't think you have the touch control. Adaptive driving training. I'm going 44 miles an hour, so. So I got it on -2, okay? And it's looking okay, but it's blinking. And that's what drives me about a little crazy with the Sony. Yep, police are out on force again. You know, they're trying to get these paper licenses. A lot of people are... Okay, so I'm not facing the sun. ISO's at 100. Sky's looking good. All right, it's just 1/4000 shutter speed. That's now the exposure compensation. It's -2. It'd be funny if I went the other way, the plus, and everything worked fine. Okay, so let's try it. Okay, I'm at 0. And there, now 1/4000 still blinking, but they like the exposure compensation right now. But the screen does look like it's blown out. So the reason why I have it in this one is to see how it reacts, okay? I think it was like, how long was it? It wasn't long at all, and it was overheating. I think it was like 14 minutes, 13 minutes. We made it all the way home, but turn off the recording, and then the camera says, okay, we're going to turn off because of internal heating. So I'm going to have to look at the settings again to make sure that the high standard is on, you know, for the power, instead of shutting down because of overheating. Okay? I could have messed up right there. But the best images I got out of the ZV-1 Mark II was an Aperture priority. I mean, everything was sharp, clear. I did start messing around with the defocus button, you know, for the background and all that. And you know me, I'm always hitting buttons, okay? So I see the road backing up again on the highway. This is the killer. This is what gets me. Is I would love for them to finish one side and then work on the other one. But I understand that they order so many towers or, you know, equipment for that. So they do the towers first, then they lay the foundations for the road on the top, and then they fill that in. I understand all that. But man, that's a lot of cement, a lot of money, a lot of manpower. Well, when a city grows, that's what keeps going. You know, just jobs. People wanting your money to survive. Okay. So I see the exposure compensation. I had it at -2, and now it's blinking again because I'm going toward the sun. Now it's going underneath the cloud. So what I'm trying to do is test out the ZV-E10 to see if he'll kind of overheat also in aperture priority during the daytime. Now yesterday it was in the afternoon, so that was different, okay? And it's in the sun on my dashboard. Trying to straighten the camera out, but it's okay. So 24 millimeter with 1.5 crop, that's like a 36, okay? I don't know what the type of crop is on a ZV-1 Mark II. I don't know if it's like a 2 for like a micro four thirds, or that's the actual focal range on the ZV-1 Mark II. I know that I can get to 50 millimeters, and then when I go beyond that, it's like up to a 1.5 zoom. So zooms always, confuse me because they're not always the same on certain products. So it's still blinking at 1/4000. I mean, the picture looks awesome, okay? The clouds, the blue. I mean, it's looking awesome, folks. Feeling the camera's okay. I got it on 3 on the air conditioning. Let's look at the gas. Went up 2 cents. So remember, I told you Tuesdays and Wednesdays are the best time to get gas. But then you have to find a gas station that's not busy. Unfortunately, this time, I think they use Gas Buddy, which is an app, and they can find the lowest gas price around their area. So I see now it's say about 1/4000, and I'm wondering if that's because I'm slowing down. ISO is at 100, exposure compensation at 0, f2.8. Now as I'm moving, it starts blinking. Isn't that something? See, now it went down to 3200, and now nothing is blinking. All because the road is turning to the right, okay? And it's going away from the sun. Well, it's sideways anyway. Now it's back to 1/4, but nothing is blinking now. So, I'll make a right up here. $3.33 gas. Murphy Express, which you know. Okay, so I'm going away from the sun. It's now 1/3200 of a shutter speed, and everything looks great. You just have to go away. Now, is it underexposed? You really can't trust the LCD screen, folks. here. So see, 1/1600, 2000. It likes a shade. Okay, so far the first test is good. I'll be right back.